Namastasya, 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 Namo Namaha. A very good morning to all those who are present here to hear me. First of all, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our principal sir who just gave me this golden opportunity to present my views before you all over the topic women empowerment. Well, in the beginning, I want you all to just imagine three things in your mind. First, just imagine a soldier guarding the borders, holding arms and ammunition, fighting for the nation. Then just imagine a doctor or a lawyer for a noble profession. Then a scientist making new discoveries. Now, if you have done so, just ask yourself that out of how much of you that thought of them as a woman. Well, I can bet that out of these, not even half of you. Sadly, this is what our society looks like. Well, I am very regretful to say that, which is the only truth, that the women in this nation is most discussed when it comes to rapes and the least when it comes to opportunities. Rather, me not denying the fact that women have broken stereotypes in each and every era of human history. Well, having Gargi and Lopamudra as ancient scholars to Savitribai Phule and Malala Yousafzai, the youngest Nobel laureate, in modern times we just denied that very fact that knowledge is limited to man and fought for the education for women. From having Rani Lakshmibai to today's Sophia Qureshi and Yomika Singh, women redefined valor in their own style. From Sita and Draupadi to every woman of India, each one of them have redefined women's course of life by fighting against the so-called predefined norms. Well, in spite of all of these inspiring women and their accounts, still the more we know about women is by the names Nirbhaya cases, Unnao rape case, Lakshmi Agrawal acid attack case, and the case of Momita, the daughter of Bengal, who just got brutally raped. But does every time a Sita or a Draupadi has to be exploited as for being a goddess? Why they can't be Durga or Kali, who just can get down the demon from the society? Well, adhering the reality, women and men are two very different races which are totally built different, both physically and mentally. So, empowering women does not mean that a woman has to be like a man of 200 pounds and become able to lift 150 kilos or so. When we talk about empowerment, we talk about cerebral opportunities. That if a man can be a CEO, why can't be a woman? As it's judged on same cerebral parameters. Well, people who fight for the so-called feminism doesn't even know what it actually is. Feminism doesn't mean diminishing men, but it means nurturing women from where they are. The feminism that is popular nowadays is none other than what we can call the toxic feminism, which in its radical form makes us to watch the cases like Sonam in Indore and Muskan in UP. Well, just as a youth, we are always flabbergasted, but the life in a city is fun. Just wait a second and look back to your own village and to your own respective relatives. And if I am not wrong, women are still the most backward class there, living with a heavy sari and a great pallu over their faces. The whole day they are just engaged in domestic work, and what they get in reward is what we call domestic violence, which doesn't seem a very good deal to be right. Now, talking about government schemes, emphasis on girl child education by Beti Bachao and Beti Badhao Yojana, Vidya Lakshmi Yojana are some praising attempts of our government. But instead of generating employment opportunities for both men and women, our government is only distributing money carelessly over in schemes like Ladli Behna and Ladli Lakshmi Yojana, which is completely a political move seeking a large vote bank. Well, for all of your kind information, these schemes captures 5% of MP's total budget, and also for compensation of such schemes, a forest land of over 1200 acres was deforested on orders of MP government. But what it actually pays off on the root level is the women race is not even benefited by these schemes. Rather, their husbands use the money for their maubadaru. I just remember my friend once saying, women are not fit for securing borders, as they are just unable to protect themselves only. Well, I want him to know that Rani Lakshmibai Regiment, a whole women regiment of Indian National Army, fought for our independence. and about Gunjan Saxena, who just fought the Kargil war herself. Also, I have once heard one saying that "Char log kya kahenge." Well, I just want to inform you all that this person only didn't achieve anything in his life because some other four people have said something to him. Well, so what is the change that has to be brought forward? To all the men, those who are present here, women wearing short clothes are not objectionable. Your narrow-mindedness is objectionable. And for a second, just remember your mother who just bared you in a womb for about 9 months and also bear the labor pain, which is said to be as equal as the pain of crackling of 40 bones at a time in a body. So the most powerful in the whole world is none other than your mother, and she is a woman. And to all the women, those who are present here, Ravanas and Duryodhans will continue to prevail forever, as even gods can't stop them to prevail. The only move that has to be made now that Sita should become a Sabla, not an Abla. Today's Draupadi should not fold her hands, praying man for the protection of her dignity. She should fold her hands for the destruction of women, for the destruction of the so-called demons of our society, so that no other Sita or Draupadi has to prove the so-called virginity of her character before the society. At last, I would like to thank my PGT English, Mrs. Sujata ma'am, who just guided me and motivated me to deliver the speech over such empowering topic. And the sole example what we have for women empowered is her only, that she can manage the school and her house so well that she is what women empowerment looks like. So at last, thanks for being a good audience, and I must say that what I have said must go in no vain. Thank you. Have a nice day.